Om Namah Shri Atirajaya Videkānanda Suraye Sakshit Sukha Swarupāya Swamine Papaharine. My namaskars to everyone, Director IIT Mumbai, Dr. Kiran Vediji, all the faculty members, the guests who are here, and dear students. We are very happy to be here in IIT Mumbai, and that you have selected this kind of a discussion topic. That's really very good. But I can tell you this, Vedant, ऐसे 45 minutes में somehow I cannot, completely convince you of it. थोड़ा ध्यान चाहिए, थोड़ा, some level of sadhana is required to actually grasp Vedant. But a deep interest in Vedant can be awakened just by inquiry into the nature of our existence. And this is what the Upanishads are going to tell us. You see, so I'll be going a bit into the Upanishads. Vivekananda used to say, the Upanishads are a great mine of strength. You are doing mental strength week. You would say Upanishads are a great mine of strength, and in them lies strength enough to invigorate the whole world. So, ये कौन सी strength है? What ball is this? This is, you see, when the mind is close to this knowledge, it invigorates you, it refreshes you, because this is the knowledge of our unchanging being. Upanishad का जो ज्ञान है, Upanishad is the knowledge portion of the Vedas. And Upanishads constitute what is called the Praman, the proof for existential truth, which means what is the nature of my own existence? मैं हूँ कौन? Am I just this body? Am I this mind? Am I my thoughts, my emotions? Or is there something beyond all of this? So this kind of inquiry into the nature of my own existence is what you will find in the Upanishads. So the philosophy based on this Upanishads is called Vedant. तो आप देखिए यहाँ खुद के ऊपर ही research है. So you cannot but be interested because what they are actually asking for is an in-depth understanding and knowledge of our own being. And how do they do it? ये जो Upanishads के sages थे, उन्होंने ये कैसे किया? How did they do it? They did it just through inquiry and meditation. So all of this Upanishadic literature, you might have heard of it. There are more than 108 Upanishads. All of this are mainly concentrating on self-inquiry through definite methods, pointers, and meditative practices. Meditation, they have given different names, vidyas, and there are so many types. But these two are the main methods to go into this research. Like, for example, let me give you a sample here. If I ask you a question like, do you find awareness in your body or your body in your awareness? Think and see. See, this is not a hi-fi kind of philosophical question. It is an existential question. Do I find my body in my awareness or do I find awareness in my body? What would you say? I find my body in my awareness, which means awareness is primary to my being, in which I find my body consciousness, I find my mind consciousness, I find my thoughts. So देखिए ये जो this kind of inquiry where immediately you can grasp that my own nature is the subject, the awareness. This is, you see, the characteristic of Vedanta. यहाँ पर कोई faith system नहीं है, belief system नहीं है. We are not going into any of that. We are just inquiring into what is the nature of my existence. See, I am able to see my thoughts, what is happening. And I am also able to see the absence of thought. So obviously I am apart from thought. है ना? If I am able to see both, that means I am not my thoughts, but I am the observer of my thoughts. जैसे आपके डायरेक्टर साहब ने कहा अभी, you are the observer, the sakshi of everything happening in the mind. It's in your own experience. What does this mean? I am not even my mind. I am quite apart from it. Body and mind are the instruments through which I function in this world. लेकिन मेरा जो अस्तित्व है, मेरा जो स्वरूप है, that is आत्मा that is Sakshi, that is of the nature of existence, consciousness and bliss. Yahi saar hai Vedant ka. This is the essence of Vedant. All that they are telling us is, apne aap ko pehchano. Try to understand who you truly are. What is the unchanging truth about our own being? And unless we know this, what is the point in knowing everything in the world? Huh? Tell me, just now you see science and technology, we are in a position to understand everything happening in the outer world. Even what is happening on Jupiter just now you can know. Or way out of the solar system, whatever is going on, which supernova is bursting where, you can know. But I don't know my own awareness. I don't know who I am. So ये कैसी irony है. So the Upanishadic knowledge, it is actually a science of consciousness. It is telling us that the core truth about you is consciousness, which is sort of wearing a body-mind complex. And we tend to identify with the body-mind complex and think we are personalities, entities functioning in this world. But if you inquire and go within, you will see you are only pure being, pure consciousness. This is the essence of our unchanging nature. So Vivekananda used to say that if you just dip into this knowledge, whatever you do, you will be successful in that, because you will develop great mental strength and resilience. Mental strength is the greatest fallout of self-knowledge. How does this happen? You see, the mind is only used to thoughts in the external world. But when we dip into meditation, into an inquiry like this, it dips into awareness. Now that mind gets charged. This is not awareness of some object, it is pure existence, dipping into that. Meditation ka matlab hai dipping into that. And Vedantic inquiry and meditation help strengthen the mind from within in this manner. Because once we are tinged with deep consciousness, deep awareness, automatically that mind will function very differently. Vivekananda used to say, an engineer who thinks he is the Atman, who knows he is the Atman, will be a better engineer. A scientist who thinks he is the Atman will be a better scientist, because you become more deeply conscious from within yourself. So this is a kind of technique which only deepens our awareness and gives us, an insight, a touch of our transcendental being. We are not just body and mind. We are the Atman. Vivekananda in fact used to say, each soul is potentially divine, and the goal is to manifest that divinity. The goal is to bring that divinity out. And you do this in any way, by work, worship, psychic control, philosophy, one or all of these, but this is the goal. And this is the whole of religion, he would say. So even through science, you can come to the essential truth of your being. Actually, the core question is, who am I? अगर इसको pursue करें ना, automatically you will come to Vedanta. At some point or the other in life, you will be pursuing this question. So it's good to hear about it a little, because this question will become the most major question in our life when we truly try to explore what is our identity about. See, just now I'm talking to students, you are building identity. लेकिन एक समय ऐसा आएगा जब आप पूछोगे, what is this identity about? What is permanent about it? And how long will it last? Will it wane? Will it wax? Or can I increase it? Or what is permanent or unchanging about it? Final truth मेरे बारे में क्या है? So that is when Vedanta becomes very relevant. So I would like to demonstrate this, the core of this Vedantic truth, through a story from the Upanishads itself. ये story तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद में आती है. It is called भृगुवल्ली. आपने सुना होगा? It's a very interesting portion of तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद. So the story goes like this, that there is a young boy, his name is Bhrigu. ये वो ऋषि भृगु नहीं है, ये उपनिषद के एक सीकर हैं. So this Bhrigu, his father was a sage, his name was Varuna. So he goes and asks his father, can you tell me the truth about myself? Who am I? Truly, what is the essential truth, unchanging truth about this personality which we see? So then Varun Rishi tells this young Bhrigu, Tapusa Brahma Jignasasva. ऐसे नहीं मिलेगा उत्तर, थोड़ा तपस्या करो Think about it, meditate on it, do some sadhana on it, and then you will grasp this by yourself. Yato va imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yat prayantyapi samvishanti iti tad vijijñāsasva. That in which everything appears, remains and disappears. There is an existential truth like that. Consciousness. But tapasa brahma vijijñāsasva. Enquire with the aid of tapasya. देखिए आप लोग तो IIT में हो, you know very well how much it is required to fix our will and adamantly go after something to get success in life. Only one who will invest mental energy 100%, focus 100% and commitment, only he gets the goal. So tapasya का मतलब यही है that you totally commit yourself to this kind of an internal research. You know the answer. So then Bhrigu goes and does some amount of tapasya. Sadhana करते हैं वो. And what does he realize? He comes and says, I think I now know annam brahmeti vajanat. I am this body because to the world I appear as body. Then the father says, go and do more tapasya. After some time, after some more tapasya. Now why are you not just the body? ये क्या कहना चाह रहे हैं? Because you see, the body is an object of your perception. है ना? आप देख सकते हो अपने शरीर को. It's an object of your perception. So object and subject are always different, isn't it? And it is also given to a lot of change. Over time, the body completely changes. Every few days, your body cells completely change. So how can something so changing be me? So then he says, go and do some more tapasya, you will know better who you are. So then he comes back after some time and says, Pranam Brahmeti Vejanat. ये जो प्राण शक्ति है, my vital energy, vitality, I am that. Again the father says, go and do little more tapasya. Why are you not your pran shakti? आप सिर्फ अपना प्राण क्यों नहीं हो? Because that also is an object of your perception. You can feel the movement of prana in your body. And that is also changing. Yes. Then he comes back after some time and says, I think I am my mind. See, anybody would say this. I think I am my mind. How am I apart from my mind? Again the father says, you are not just your mind. Think and see. Why? Mind also you can study objectively. Isn't it? Huh? See, what is memory about? It is just recollection of what you have thought in the past. You can see it clearly in front of you. You can picture your thoughts very well. You can objectively study all that is happening. This is what psychological sciences are about, isn't it? And you can know your emotions, you can know the direction of your will, you can study your mind. So obviously it is an object of your perceptions. It cannot be the subject. So who's studying the mind? Who's seeing the mind objectively? Think and see. You can see your thoughts. You can also see the absence of the thought process. So who are you? So he says, you are not just mind also. You are carrying mind like you carry any other object. You are wearing a body-mind complex and functioning through it. But find out who you are. So और थोड़ा तपस्या करो. Go first, do little more sadhana. So then he comes back after some time and says, Vijnanam Brahmeti Vajanat. I think I am my intelligence. Because through the intelligence I understand everything, my intellect. Then he says, but you see, your intellect also you can study objectively. When it's doing good, well, you're proud of yourself. When it's moving in the opposite direction, you don't feel good. You can change the direction of your intelligence. You can hone it. Or you can unskill it also. अगर तमस में चले जाए, all intelligence will go. So intelligence is given to change and it is an object of your perception. You cannot be your intellect merely. Then he says, well, Anandam Brahmeti Vijanat. Am I the Anandamay Kosh? That is, you see, the causal body through which you become deeply aware. And the will emerges from there, the human will. So this is what is called Panchakosha Vichara in the Upanishads. So then am I any of this? And the father says, no, you are wearing all of this. ये जो पंचकोश है, body, mind, intellect and prana and the causal body, you wear all of these. which means you are apart from it. And then what am I then? Then finally he says, go and do real sadhana and come, you will understand. So he goes and dives into meditation and he realizes Annavan Annado Bhavati Maha. He realizes the self, the Atman, shining within each one of us, which is the truth of our being, which is existence, consciousness and bliss itself. The unchanging, immutable truth about my own nature, my existence. This Atman he realizes, and then he comes back. When he comes back, he doesn't have to say. His whole face is glowing, his mind is bright and shining clear, absolutely, and he has real Brahma Vidya, knowledge of the truth of his own being. And what is the result of this? That is given in the next mantra, so beautiful. Annavan Annado Bhavati Mahan Bhavati Prajaya Pashubhi Brahma Varchasena Mahan Kirtya. As a result of this, first of all, when you awaken the self within you, you become deeply conscious. The body and mind will become absolutely healthy. ये जो mental health, mental strength की बात हम कर रहे हैं, automatically that will come if the self is awakened. Only when it is sleeping, the body mind bogs you down. So with self-knowledge, automatically physical, mental health will come. And Mahan Bhavati, you will become great in every aspect, successful in whatever you do, because with mental strength comes focus and concentration. With mental strength comes real emotional intelligence. With mental strength will come resilience, fortitude. With mental strength will come clarity and confidence. All this will come automatically into your life. So success will be yours anywhere. And Prajaya, Pashubhi, Brahma Varchasena, great minds will come to you. In those days, cattle was the sign of wealth. So you will become very wealthy. Money will come to you automatically. If the self is awakened, the body-mind complex, is tinged by self-knowledge, automatically everything good comes into our lives. That is the message. And Mahan Kirtya, thus great, real, unchanging fame will be yours, because you invested in self-knowledge, in the truth of your own being. You didn't go by just how I look, how I appear, what others think of me. No. What is the unchanging fact about me? Self-knowledge. Because you invested in that, the body-mind will become so healthy. So this is the message of the Upanishads in general. That what does Vedanta do to us? Vedanta strengthens us from within. It brings great clarity into our minds. और ये emotional intelligence जो है, ये बहुत बड़ी बात है. To be able to handle our emotions maturely and to connect with people positively, to remain committed in everything that we do. Today you are doing science and technology. Tomorrow you will be handling vast decisions, and then you will be handling relationships. For all that, a level of commitment is required. Dedication is required. So all this comes naturally if we awaken this self-knowledge within us. अगर खुद के बारे में ही कोई ज्ञान नहीं है, and the mind is absolutely chanchal and fickle, then what are you going to do? Tell me. Even any achievement in your life will not mean much, ऐसे लोग देखे हैं आपने? Yes, even any achievement does not mean much because their own system works against them. So take care of this. ये जो ज्ञान है ना, ब्रह्म विद्या सर्व विद्या प्रतिष्ठा हम बोलते हैं मुंडकोपनिषद में. It is the basis of every other vidya, because consciousness is at the heart of perception. It is at the heart of your cognitive process. It is at the heart of your meditation. How can I get all these in order if I do not know this consciousness? That is why some amount of investment in self-knowledge is required. Vivekananda used to say, power will come, glory will come, goodness will come, purity will come. All that is excellent in life will come once the soul is aroused to self-conscious activity. This is what is called soul power or self-knowledge. और ये primary था. In the Vedic age, this knowledge was fundamental. Because even before you think, you are. Your existence is fundamental even to your thought process. Is this making sense to you? Now suppose I say something like this, your existence is fundamental. In that awareness you are thinking. Is this true? Please check it out and see. इसीलिए ये ज्ञान important हो जाता है. See, here I will now be showing you a PPT, a PowerPoint presentation which was given at MIT. And why means through slides somehow to bring this level of inquiry and knowledge into the minds of students. I have worked in 8 universities in the US, and let me tell you this, more than the students, the faculty there is interested in all this. Because every cultivated culture, refined mind will ask the fundamental question, who am I? और उनको जानना है how these Upanishadic rishis made this research 8,000 years back, when civilization had not popped up in most parts of the world. Rigved जो है, it is 8,000 years back. They were making this level of inquiry and inventing techniques to go into this knowledge, this level of meditation. How did they do it? तो इसीलिए यहाँ पर जरूरी है सिर्फ, see, the qualification for Vedanta is only this much. You must be capable of pointed concentration and inquiry. और कुछ है नहीं यहाँ पर. And all of you are capable of that. That's why these things work in IIT, you know. Because all we want is concentration and inquiry, analytical mind. And automatically you will go into this. So let me just show you some of the slides in this PPT. It will be of a lot of interest to you. Yeah. Vedanta is techniques of what we today call existential phenomenology, which means doing phenomenology on the nature of your existence itself. Phenomenology का मतलब है, ये सब, these are big sounding words, but the technique is very simple. Phenomenology means how does anything feel to me? These are the way in which subjective experiences are studied. So existential phenomenology means you are trying to understand your existence, the nature of your existence, not the nature of your thought process, the nature of being itself, existence itself. इसको कहते हैं existential phenomenology. So techniques of existential phenomenology you will find in Vedanta, and what I told you just now was meditation and Panchakosha Vichar. This Bhrigu story actually indicates Panchakosha analysis of the 5 sheets we are wearing, so that we know we are the self which illumines the 5 sheets from within. We are that. देखिए, if this was some knowledge about some object, still you could have debated, is this right, wrong, should I do it, should I not do it? It's your own being that we are studying. So you can't but be interested. Now, I better stand here.
He can operate in this.
Yeah, I can stand here. So next, please put next. After this. So you see this picture. Is awareness in your body, or do you find body in your awareness? You gave me the answer, body we find in our awareness. What about your thoughts? You find your thoughts in your awareness, or is awareness another thought? Tell me. अरे सोचो थोड़ा. You find thoughts in your awareness? Are you sure? Very good. Very good. See, because how do you know this, you know? Even when you are not thinking, you know you are not thinking. Which means what? Thought happens in awareness, and awareness is not another thought. ये logic आपको पकड़ में आया? You understood the logic of it? You are the witness of not just your thoughts, but even the absence of the thought process. Which means you are apart from your thoughts. That is why you will always find your body and mind in your awareness and not vice versa. Right? Go to the next slide. Now you see, when you are clicking a selfie, who is seeing what? Tell me. आप अपनी selfie देख रहे हो. This is practical Vedanta I am teaching you. Who is seeing what? Your mind is seeing your body. Right? Now, who's seeing your mind, seeing your body? Your intelligence is interpreting your mind, seeing your body and appreciating how you look. And this whole thing is happening in your awareness. Your awareness is seeing your mind, seeing your body. So देखिए, the core truth about you obviously is your awareness. Body and mind are how you appear to the world. How you appear to yourself, you are only self-aware. Please check it out and see. ये इतना fundamental, obvious truth है कि we miss it. You know, the most obvious things in life you miss. Like the clean air here just now. In Delhi, we have such a polluted. I came from 450 AQI today. Okay, there you suddenly become conscious of air around you because it's so bad. So what is already there and pretty obvious, we tend to miss it. Go to the next slide. Now you see, who perceives the thoughts going on in your mind? Suppose just now you are thinking all this. I should have been more mindful. Why did I have to respond like this? He has never behaved in this. So many thoughts going on. Many tracks running in our mind most of the time. Who's seeing that? How do you know you have been thinking this? All this? Tell me. Think and tell me. Unless you were apart from the thought and considering the pros and cons and understanding the whole thing, how would you know what you are thinking? Isn't it? What does this mean? What is the implication? It means you are quite apart from your thought process, quite apart from your mind. Thoughts are nothing but mind.